Fake HOA find my charity barbecue didn't know it was for local fire victims. Have you ever seen someone destroy a good deed just because they could? In the heart of Maplewood, a small town still reeling from wildfires that tore through homes last summer, I thought I'd seen it all. Then came Karen Whitaker, a name now infamous for all the wrong reasons. It was a crisp Saturday morning, and our community park buzzed with hope. Tables groaned under trays of ribs, coleslaw, and cornbread, all part of a charity barbecue to raise funds for families who'd lost everything in the fires. The air smelled of hickory smoke and second chances until Karen stormed in, clipboard in hand, ready to burn it all down. She didn't ask questions, didn't pause to read the banners proclaiming Rebuild Maplewood, Fire Victim Fund. Karen, self-appointed queen of the local HOA, slapped a cease and desist notice on my table, claiming the barbecue violated some obscure noise ordinance. Her voice cut through the laughter like a siren. "This unauthorized event ends now," she barked, her eyes gleaming with authority. Volunteers froze, unsure if this was a joke. It wasn't. She demanded a $500 fine on the spot, threatening to call the police if we didn't comply. My heart sank. That money was meant for families sleeping in shelters. I tried to explain the permits, the cause, the victims, but Karen waved me off. "Rules are rules," she said, turning away as if we were nothing. The truth unraveled faster than Karen's composure. I'd spent weeks securing permits, coordinating with the fire department, even getting the mayor's blessing. Every detail was legal down to the noise levels. Karen's ordinance was a lie, a power trip dressed up as policy. I pulled out my phone, showing her the email from City Hall confirming approval. Her face twitched, but she doubled down. "I'll have this shut down by noon," she hissed, storming off. Whispers rippled through the crowd. Some knew her reputation last year. She'd fined a widow for planting roses in her own yard, claiming they were too red. But this was war on kindness itself. Then came Old Man Jenkins, a twist no one saw coming. A retired firefighter with a limp from saving lives in '98. He shuffled forward, his face etched with fury. "You know why we're here, Karen?" he growled, holding up a photo of his burned-down home. "My grandkids lost their beds. These folks are feeding us, and you're playing cop." The crowd murmured, eyes turning to Karen. Jenkins wasn't done. He revealed Karen had been at the fire department's fundraiser last month, schmoozing for her HOA newsletter, fully aware of the victim's plight. She'd known about the BBQ's purpose and targeted it anyway. Gasps rose. A teenager filming it all uploaded the clip to X, and within minutes, Karen vs. Charity was trending locally. The confrontation erupted like wildfire. Emboldened, I stepped forward, receipts in hand, literal and figurative. "Karen, you've got no authority here," I said, voice steady despite my racing pulse. "Your fake fine's a scam, and we're not paying a cent." The crowd cheered, but Karen wasn't backing down. She grabbed a megaphone, where she got it, I'll never know, and started shouting about community standards. That's when she snapped. In a fit of rage, she shoved over a table, sending plates of barbecue crashing to the ground. Sauce splattered, donation flyers scattered, and a jar of cash for the victims shattered. A firefighter, still in his gear from a shift, stepped between her and the next table. "Enough," he said, his voice low but final. The crowd closed in, not with violence but with questions. Why Karen? Why attack us? Her collapse was swift and spectacular. Cornered, Karen's megaphone fell silent. Her excuses mumbled nonsense about misunderstandings and protecting property values crumbled under scrutiny. The teenager's video had already hit thousands of views, with comments tearing her apart. A police officer arrived, not to arrest us, but to confirm our permits were valid. Karen's face drained of color as he politely asked her to leave. Then came the final blow. The HOA president, alerted by the viral clip, showed up and publicly stripped Karen of her title, citing abuse of power. She'd been warned before, he said, but this was the last straw. Karen, once untouchable, stood alone, her clipboard useless, as the crowd turned back to salvaging what was left of the barbecue. In the end, Maplewood's spirit outshone one woman's spite. We proved that kindness can rebuild what cruelty tries to break. But the scars remain shattered jars, wasted food, a community shaken by one person's need for control. Karen's story is a warning. Power without heart destroys more than tables. It destroys trust. As we move forward, I can't help but wonder what makes someone like Karen tick. Was it jealousy, fear, or just a need to feel big? I don't know. But I do know this: we're stronger than her, and we'll keep grilling, keep giving, keep rebuilding. What do you think? Where do we draw the line between rules and humanity? Share your thoughts. Let's talk about what's right, what's wrong, and how we stand up when someone tries to tear us down.